Thank you very much. Good evening, my brothers and my sisters. Good evening, my brothers and sisters of Labour. You know, I've always said that in Canada, the capital of Canada is Ottawa, but the capital of Ontario is Toronto. And tonight, we are in the capital of the South, which is Vieux South. And I have come here this evening, my brothers and my sisters, to renew my commitment to bread, justice, and freedom. All my life, I have utilized bread, justice, and freedom to navigate the turbulence and the intrigue of politics, and they have never failed me. So, my brothers and my sisters, I know that the Labour Party was born to deliver bread, justice, and freedom to the people of this country. And every positive development in this country has either been championed by the Labour Party when in opposition or implemented by the Labour Party when in government. And I don't have to list so many things that the Labour Party has delivered to the people of this country. And bread, justice, and freedom, they are timeless. When our forefathers started the Labour Party, George Charles and Laborie Baptiste, their struggle was about fighting against starvation wages so that they could put bread on the table of the family. They sought freedom from alien rule, and they were animated with the justice of the cause. And today, we still have that struggle of bread, justice, and freedom. We must know what bread means in the current context. We must know what justice means in the current context. And we must know what freedom means in the current context. And I know that Alan Shastey and Flabo is off course because they have no commitment to the development agenda of St. Lucia. I remember many years ago, there was a national consultation, and among the priorities of St. Lucia was sustainable agriculture and food security. That was one of the fundamental ones. Healthcare and well-being, another. And what has happened to healthcare under Alan Shastey and his version of Flabo? Where is sustainable agriculture and food security when Alan Shastey takes Beausejour and give it away to Theo King? They have desecrated that area. The world by 2050 is estimated to have a population of 9 billion people. And livestock and poultry are keys to providing protein for the world. As it is, because we are small, when we import, we have no control over the price. When we export, they also control the price of the export. And if the world population is expected to grow to 9 billion, we have at least a responsibility to ensure food security in this country. Beausejour was not chosen by accident. You know, we are a mountainous country. We don't have an abundance of flat land. And so Beausejour was selected. An abattoir was constructed so that we can move to providing food security for our people. But Alan Shastey has taken it and he has given it to Theo King to fool around. And now they are planning for horse race on December 14th. They told you about Jack Yaw and all types of artists. Leo Mene Container. The containers are sinking because the place is soggy. So you must be attending your show at the Philip Masley grounds. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, my brothers and my sisters. It's action. Exuval kamo, mwetan, mwen just saw the other coffee once, St. Kitts. I came in last night. So, tuahamo, masav, tan mwetan. So, mwen deside ngakuye monstrat diyo pouvwe dot wa buik bayo. So, yo san yon kush cheval. My brothers and my sisters, Chasney and his version of Flambeau has no clue whatsoever as to how to develop this country. He has no respect for the Boseju lands. Leyo kuma se si me gwen. Lani komes glo kale ale airport iwanora. Me feti Chasney an kay konsit. They have removed an arrangement with the World Bank. They have changed the position of the terminal to closer to the river. You can find a terminal by live here. When the president of Taiwan was visiting St. Lucia, you are guate en place, bo kote se police la ka habite. You know where? On the airport. Yo fouye point bako, yo fouye, yo di yo ka commence airport. Bagay la plein glo a besoin. Just recently I went to meet my sister and I went there to take a look at it. It can go swimming pool kwapo la ka bak samansa. Kwapo se swimming pool kwapo. Mwen fin la se kwapo akadi mwen kasa sa kafe agasa. You know, so rude and brave that this is their swimming pool. I say, but that's the place for the airport. You know, PS airport pa having fet this year. So you fais swimming pool by kwapo. Ek place la ben my gwen. That is the sum total of the foolishness that Chasney and his Flambeau is doing there. We told them that $170 million is not $170. That is a major investment that we could avoid at this time. We told them that airport investment is lumpy and it's uncertain how to match capacity with traffic. And let the World Bank take care of that. One of the main objectives of airport financing is to make sure that you get sufficient monies from a source so that you can ti kakadan pour yo faire airport. I have never seen such foolishness in my entire life. St. Jude's Hospital. Everything was fine with St. Jude's. A hospital was being refurbished. They came in and they said that the hospital was not good. They commissioned the report. Not even the report of their own engineers found anything wrong with St. Jude's. But you know what? Yo commencé à regarder pour toute qualité kaka wasin nizo. Or the Lanati boutique current Hilti $150 a day. All you do, you go for a Hilti and you burst the walls and you reorganize the doors if the doors are too small. That ain't taking no week or month. When we came in, we found no money. We found a plan. Kenyans only found a deficit, a fiscal deficit of almost 10%. And this is why we have been warning this government, stop borrowing in a reckless manner. Because of that fiscal deficit when we entered office, we could not have taken a loan as fast as we could have, or to pump as much resources into the hospital reconstruction. You had to stabilize the economy first. Because si ou ka fait $1,600 mois, AP recurrent expenditure, light bill, water bill, to buy say day meal. You want $500 from some source. You go to the bank or the credit union and say you want a loan of $500 to meet the shortfall. The bank manager will ask you where you taking the money to pay back the loan. So we had to bring down the fiscal deficit to return this country to macroeconomic stability before we were able to apply for a loan. We applied for the loan in 2013. The loan was approved in 2014. And the first 50% was disbursed in January of 2015. Elections was in 2016. Eknu buy gas, Eknu patche bricks. And this is why in 2016, the hospital was almost completed. And Shasne came and he jammed the bricks. Anything developmental in this country, jamming the bricks on. Ekinka pomnela was ek tout kalte moon, kontiwa king. We have taken the monies of the country and invested in useless projects. He has a fetish for shiny objects, glan glan, coquelin cléwant, bêtises, bêtises. You know, and he comes and presents some papi show as diamond. Gwen Pistale. The man presents to this country as diamond something that we call Gwen Pistal. But you know, we cannot take beau séjour that could have given the poor people of this country, the youth interested in agriculture, a steady source of income. You cannot take it and invest it in a racetrack. You cannot take those monies and invest in Papi Show, where we have to sacrifice that facility. You have farmers in this country for decades. They gave nothing to pleasure in youth, all to the production of bananas that was responsible for the socio-economic development of this country. They have no pension today. They have no pension, using all sorts of dangerous chemicals to ensure that we had a solid economy. Those farmers in the twilight of their life, they are lying in bed. They are in bed with no monies. And they depend on charity for their survival. They contributed, some of them, to the National Provident Fund before NIS and before NIC. A serious and sober government, when it stabilized the economy, would have tried to create sufficient space to try to at least give them a pension. And to proceed with a centralized marketing mechanism for the farmers so that there is an organized pension, an organized market, and farmers could be attended to. This is what Olio, Jean-Baptiste, and George Charles was all about. And this is what our generation is called upon to do. To provide the people of this country with bread, justice, and freedom. That's what we are called upon to do. So, souvle we Jackie-o. Jackie-o? La. They were trying to organize the site. It's soggy. This is a disaster. This is a disaster. And stay tuned. The comedy has just started. And elections are fast approaching, and they are panicking. And they will do all types of things to provoke us. But you must never fall easy prey to provocation. At this point in time, where TMT attacks useless. What we must do is to transform this country in the clearinghouse for information. We must give the people of this country an opportunity to compile a list of fresh options for us to resolve the pressing but legitimate problems of this country. There is a huge gap between perception and reality in this country. You see what happened when the United States of America, for example, is launching a smartphone. It has been launched in St. Lucia at the same time. So we have developed or acquired a taste for first world patterns of consumption. And we have small and vulnerable economies that cannot subsidize that pattern of consumption. And expectations are created when reckless people come to you and promise you what they know full well the economy cannot deliver. And it's only when we can speak to you at the constituency level that we can have an honest discussion as to what you can expect in the new dispensation. A new period of engagement with the St. Lucian people to get the politics right. We must get the politics right, or else we will continue to play pani du bout a peya at every general election. You come in, we unhappy, we throw you out. Then another set of people promise things they know full well cannot be done. Then we take them in and we throw the one that was providing support in education, that was providing the social programs. We throw them out and then we bring in jokers. And we become mere spectators to what is going on. So my brothers and my sisters, we have a duty to Sir George Charles, to Olio Baptiste, to Brother Horatius Philip, and all those who died believing that one day that Labour will remain in power consistently to deliver to the people of this country. We talk about Singapore. Singapore was able to achieve a certain level of development because the policies had an opportunity to reach maturity. Term after term, that same government, Ikauze policy, providing for the people of Singapore. And change must be meaningful, not imaginary. And so, next time the Labour Party gets into office, you must maintain the Labour Party in office for the STEP program to remain, for supporting education to be sustained. Because the plan of the Labour Party is to get you out of poverty, above the poverty line. And social transformation will remain to ensure that we keep you above the poverty line. So I know the whole night is not mine. And I simply came here to renew my commitment to bread, justice, and freedom in the capital of the South, the constituency of our political giant, the honorable member for Beaufort South, Honorable Dr. Kenny D. Anthony. And I am obligated to give way at this juncture to allow the honorable member to take his rightful place at the platform. Good night, my brothers and sisters, and peace and love.